Morning everybody. I'm just going to share my screen with you just so you can see our presentation. Just a quick brief of how this session is going to work. We're just going to talk to you a little bit about our role within college, what we do and how we support you. Then we're going to do a really fun quick quiz just to get you as familiar as you can with the college campus after watching our virtual tour. So if you just bear with me 2 minutes. So we are the Academic Advocate team. I'm Katie Barker, the Academic Advocate lead.
I'm Shawnee, I'm a Senior Academic Advocate at John Leggott College.
I'm Kieran, I'm also a Senior Academic Advocate at college.
And as I said, we just want to give you a brief overview of what we do, how we support our students, and our role really in your college life. So we like to kind of refer to ourselves as a one-stop shop for students. When you join John Leggott College, you will all be assigned a personal academic advocate. You will have access to your academic advocate weekly through our tutorial session, but you will also have the opportunity to meet us on a one-to-one basis, whether these are pre-arranged meetings where you want to discuss your progress, attendance, etc. Or we do have a very open desk policy, so if there's just something that's on your mind and you want a quick chat, we do encourage you to come and see your advocates as often as you like through the college day. Okay. As a team, as I said, we do oversee the attendance policy, but we also oversee behaviour. We provide support on your different progression routes, so providing with information about going to university, apprenticeships, whether you feel like employment's the best direction for you, and we'll also give you advice on the best course programmes for you to help you make those steps onto your next venture. As I said, we do have a very open desk policy, so if you do just want to come and have a chat, if there's a problem that you need support with, come and see us, and then we can liaise with teachers, other support teams on your behalf. Okay. So I'm just going to leave this screen up for just a minute, just for you to have a read through, but these are some really positive comments that we've had from our previous students that we're really proud of, just letting you know how we've supported those in the past. So if you could just have a quick read through them, please. Okay, and now I'm just going to hand over to Shawnee, who's going to talk to you more about the purpose of the tutorials that, as I mentioned, we run weekly.
Yeah, so this slide is just to give you a bit of information about the purpose of tutorials. Each week when you become a student with us, you will attend a weekly tutorial with your academic advocate. These are compulsory sessions and they are about 30 minutes per session. This gives us a really good opportunity to build a relationship and rapport with you all, and for you to all do that with your academic advocate as well. This is really useful for when it comes to us providing you with support throughout the year to make sure it's really personalised, individual to you all, and also when it comes to us writing references for you throughout the year, and when it comes to you leaving us and writing a reference then as well, it is really good that we've got that positive relationship with you all. We do also have that opportunity to tell you about important information and upcoming events and opportunities within the college. We help you to develop employability skills and support you with your progress plans. As I said, we do support you with writing a reference when you go off to university or into an apprenticeship or employment as well. And another really useful thing that we gain from the tutorials is that we allow you to give us your feedback. So let us know what's working well, what improvements might be able to be made. We really want to get that information from you so that we can make John Leggott a really great experience for you all. So we do that by using something called a learner voice. A little bit later on, Kieran will be giving us a bit more information on that and just explaining what it is in a bit more detail. For now, we'll go on to the next slide and go over a bit of a plan of what first and second year tutorials cover. So the first year of your tutorials, we do focus a lot on study skills support. So we make sure that we personalise the support that we provide to you. So each subject requires different skills and different support that's needed. So we make sure that we offer that and provide you with the correct support throughout. We do also offer you wellbeing support, so it's really useful for us to have that one-to-one with you all, make sure you're aware and comfortable coming to speak to us. We also have a wellbeing team in college, so we can refer you to that team as well if needed. We have a National Careers Week in your first year, so this is where potential employers come in and deliver talks. So this can be lots of different employers and can give you a bit of information on what you should be doing throughout your 2 years at college to support with your progression plans. So anything that you could be doing now, such as work experience, that kind of thing, that could help you in your future applications to employment. We have principal assemblies every term, so this is something that's really important to Leon, our principal. He likes to have a catch up with you all, so that's why they are every term, get a bit of feedback from you all and see how things are going. By the end of your first year, we have a bit of an introduction to UCAS and career planning. So we get you into that mindset of thinking about what you'd like to do after college and get you set up on your UCAS application if you are wanting to go to university. In your second year, we kind of follow on from what we finished with in your first year. So we like to help you identify your progression route. So if you are unsure of what you want to go into, we also have a really great careers team at college, and they can support you with discussing that further and making sure that you feel comfortable and aware of what your options are. Alongside that, we kind of have a chat about university versus apprenticeship. So what is the best option for you, kind of pros and cons of what they entail, so you can have a really good understanding about what your options are. We then help those of you that are wanting to go to university to sign up to UCAS and help you complete your applications. We go through that with you step by step and also support you with your personal statement as well. We then help you to identify and enhance your employability skills. So as I mentioned, it could be something like work experience that you might need to develop, or joining an enrichment to develop on your different skills that you would need in employment. So we can go into that in a bit more detail. We then discuss budgeting your money. So a lot of you will be going off to university, living independently, or going into full-time employment, getting a full-time wage coming in. So we just like to give you the tips and advice to how you can best budget your money and how you can manage your money effectively. So that is a bit of an overview of what your first and second year tutorials would be. I'm going to pass now to Kieran, who's going to go over the learner voice in a bit more detail.
Okay, so as Shani mentioned, that collecting student voice is really important to us, so we do that through tutorials. And the reason we do it is because we want to make sure that you're having a really good time at college, make it an enjoyable experience for you, and we want to meet your needs as students. It also allows you to shape your own experiences, your own learning, and allows us to make changes when necessary. So if you think something is working really well or something that might need a bit of improvement, we really welcome that feedback so we can make some changes. So I'll just go through a few examples of things that we have changed based on the back of Learner Voice. So the first thing that we're really big on is inclusivity. So at college we actually have gender neutral toilets, which is quite a new thing for us. Honesty, so we do regular student surveys to get your feedback. So in tutorials, maybe once a term, we do have surveys based on different questions, and we get feedback sort of every term. Accountability and transparency, so we do deliver the feedback that we get from those surveys to our senior leadership team to make sure that everyone's on the same page and everyone knows kind of what's going on. College is very learner centred, so we've got multiple learner spaces, lots of resources for you to take advantage of whilst you're at college. Positivity, so we have lots of regular events throughout the year. For example, we had Mental Health Awareness Week, which was really good. We have lots of different activities going on all the time, lots of bake sales and things like that. And we do want you to feel really valued whilst you're at college, so we have a variety of societies to suit everyone. I think we've got about 50 at the minute. So like gaming society, baking, anime, lots of different ones. But if there is something that you want to do, you've got the opportunity to make a society with your friends as well.
Thanks, Kieran. So I'm just going to chat a bit more about the other teams that we work with alongside the AAs work with in college to make sure you are happy, comfortable, and all your questions are answered. I'm sure you've got talks with these throughout the day as well, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. But one of our main teams that we do work very closely with is the wellbeing team. This is so we can make sure that students all feel comfortable, happy around college, and we're teaching them really good wellbeing techniques to ensure their own kind of resilience and happiness whilst they're studying with us. If you've got any queries about your progression routes, that you're unsure about where you want to go to, or you want some help with your CV or a job application, we often signpost to the opportunities and destinations team, who can offer a variety of support. This can be anything from work experience to progression advice, which includes interview techniques, mock interviews, and helping you with your CV, cover letter, etc. If you need any support within the classroom and you qualify for this support, we work closely with the LSAs, the Learning Support Assistants, and they will provide that in classroom support for you. If you've had any exam arrangements while you've been going through your school life and you feel like this would be beneficial to you as you move on to your level 3 studies, we encourage you to let us know that if you haven't done so already at enrolment, and we can make sure that where possible these are implemented during your college studies. And then finally, another big service that we work with is student services. They oversee everything from the bursary to the bus pass system to the car parking permits. So we work very closely with these to make sure that everything that you need access to while you're at college, whether it be the bursary or the bus pass system, you have all the details and have the ability to apply for these things. We also have a lot of different study areas in and around college, some of which you will see in a minute on our video. The main one is the Academic Resource Centre, which we like to call the ARC. This is where you will find the AA. So as I say, we do have the open desk policy. So if you head to the ARC, you will find the academic advocates based in there. If you would like to find somewhere to do a bit of silent studying, you can head to the library, or if you need computer access, the portal is very popular with students, or alternatively, if it's some specific department equipment that you need, for example, if it's media and you need access to the Apple Mac computers, the departments are always welcoming students in to come and complete work. So we'd encourage you to discuss that with your teachers. If you're looking for somewhere to relax with friends in between your lessons, we've got the Margaret Mason Centre, Zest and Starbucks. Starbucks is within Zest. Again, you'll see these in a bit more detail on the video. Okay, so we do have a 3-minute video for you to watch now. You may have already seen it on our Facebook page, but we thought we'd include it now because, as Laura mentioned at the beginning of the session, in an ideal world, we would love to welcome you into college, but we thought we'd do the next best thing, show you this video, and then we're just going to do a quick fun quiz at the end of it, just to get you familiar with the college campus. So I'm going to start this now.
Hi, my name's Leon Riley, Principal of John Leggott College. Welcome to the virtual tour. My name's Leon Riley.
Okay, so Kieran is now going to speak to you about the questions.
Okay, so question 1, what is the principal of John Leggott College called? So it was on the video, we mentioned it a few times. You should get this one. The second question, does the college have a Costa Coffee or a Starbucks? What is the Margaret Mason Centre? So what would you generally go there for? What would you do if you went to the Margaret Mason Centre? If you go into the geology lab, what department would you be in? Question 5, where would you find the Creative Writing Society? And question 6, is Zest the college canteen or the college library?
Okay, so number 7, in what department would you need to be in for accounting classes? Number 8, aspiring fashion designers will be found in which department? Number 9, in which department did we see Captain America? We'll see if anyone was properly watching the video to find this one. Number 10, we'll see if anyone spotted any famous faces through the video. So which department has a wall of fame featuring TV and stage actress Sheridan Smith? And number 11, for which subjects would you use the college editing suite? And number 12, the college's slogans. Hopefully you've seen this around quite a bit and you might know this one. So finish the college slogan. This is the... Okay, so we'll pass to the next screen now so that Katie can run through the answers with you, see how many you got correct.
Thanks, Shani. So the first question, what is the name of the principal of John Leggott College? As Kieran said, we've mentioned it a few times, it is Leon Riley. When you are in college, you'll get to meet Leon not only at your assemblies, but he does like to be out and about on the floor, know his students. So very big character around college that you will all get to know. Second question, does the college have a Starbucks or a Costa coffee? We are very happy to say we have a Starbucks of amazing lattes. If you need a coffee pick-me-up or you just fancy a treat, always head to Starbucks. The Margaret Mason Centre, as we mentioned in the presentation, and you actually saw it on the video, is a social area. So this is a really good place in between your lessons to go and sit and socialise with your friends if you haven't got work to complete and you're not in the study areas. Really popular with our students. You can also head there for your dinner as well. If you was looking for the geology lab, you would need to be in the biology and applied science department. And then number 5, the Creative Writing Society is based within the English department and is very popular with budding writers, whether they're on the English A-levels or they just like to take it as an enrichment just to go alongside their studies. Number 6, we asked whether Zest was the college canteen or the college library. It is the college canteen. They offer different cuisines every day. You can get anything from fish and chip Fridays to really tasty Italian food. And the breakfasts are very popular, not only with students, but also with staff as well. Okay. Question number 7, in which department would you need to be for accounting classes? That is within the maths department. Aspiring fashion designers would be found within the creative arts department. Also aspiring graphic designers, architects, etc. would all be in here practicing their skills, building portfolios, etc. Captain America, he was briefly featured within our video. He is up on the wall within the media department, which it also houses the film courses. And then number 10, the department with the Hall of Fame featuring TV and stage actress Sheridan Smith is within the drama department. For which subject would you use the college's editing suites? You would be in the media and film department, and you would be there to edit anything from magazine covers to short documentaries and films. Very popular, this department, with our more creative students. Some really good work up displayed on the wall as well. And then finally, finish the college's slogan. Very proud of our slogan, this is the place. We do like to advertise it in and around college on our social media, so you'll hear it a lot from us. Okay, so that concludes the quiz. As I say, it was just a nice, fun, short quiz just to trying to help you get to know the different areas of college whilst you can't be there in person with us. It is on our social media pages, so if you do want to have a look back over the video, if there's something that you missed, please do head to our Facebook or Instagram pages and watch the videos. If you'd like to let us know how you got on with the quiz, then you can always email your answers to the Academic Advocates email address, academicadvocates@leggott.ac.uk, or you can put your score within the chat box if you like. If you have any other questions before you start college, anything you want to discuss with us, please do use the Academic Advocates email address and we will answer as and when we can. And also please do follow us on our social media pages. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and you can pop any queries on there and get all the latest updates involving college. So I'm just going to hand back to Laura now because I think she's going to do a Q&A session for us.
Brilliant, thank you, Katie. Okay, so if anybody does have any questions that they would like either Katie, Shawnee or Kieran to answer, if you just pop them in the chat box. I've also put in the email address that Katie has just read out, the academicadvocates@leggott.ac.uk. So if anybody thinks of anything prior to this session, feel free to drop them an email. We are all working from home at the moment. But I've also popped my email address in there as well. If anybody has any questions that they'd like me to forward on to anybody, I've had quite a lot of students emailing me after these sessions. I welcome you to do that, that's absolutely fine. So if anybody does have any questions, just pop them in the chat function for me and I will ask them to the advocates. I actually have a question, Katie. So in terms of how the advocates can support new students into college, for any students that are worried about coming to college in September, sort of making that transition to from school to college, is there any advice that you would give about what the first week will look like at college?
I would just say, just remember everybody. We have a lot of students, you know, you may not be with your friends within your lessons, but everybody in that new lesson is there to make new friends. It's nice to have your friends from school in your social areas to familiarise, and as they make friends, you'll make friends with their friends as well. And we just really encourage people to just really indulge themselves in college life, sign up to different enrichments, and that way you will build a whole new group of friends as well, that you'll get familiar with in and around college. But any worries as well, just head back to your academic advocate and we can give you a nice pep talk, because we do appreciate it. It's a big transition for you, but just remember other people are in the same boat and they're all there looking to make them new friendships as well.
Okay, and when will students find out who their advocate is, Katie?
You'll find out on your first day of college. When you receive your timetable, your tutorial session will be on your timetable and it will tell you the name of your advocate who will hold that session with you weekly.
Brilliant.